All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Monday, and it is Labor Day here in the United States. So we labored. No, we didn't. You don't labor on Labor Day. You rest, you relax. But I didn't. Of course, I'm always doing stuff. I always have stuff going on. But anyway, it was a busy day for me. This morning was watching World Liberty Finance. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about ETH and alts. And, of course, Dogecoin. And what is happening with Dogecoin right now? Well, Dogecoin, like a lot of the crypto here, was totally manipulated overnight. Yes, totally manipulated. We went down, big white arrow down, right? Took out a bunch of long leverage. And then what did they do? They pumped it in the middle of the morning. The Asians, those Asians, they pumped it up, took out all the new shorts, right? All the new shorts that were shorting it. Oh, this is going down. It's going down. We're going to put big short orders in. Nope. Came right back up, wiped out all the new shorts. And then, as World Liberty Finance was trading today, you saw the crypto market dumping. So that's kind of the big narrative for today. So today, weakness across the board, except for a few. There's like some meme pool thing that was pumping earlier and a couple other, it's just like not a big deal. Not a big deal. But interesting that the low on Dogecoin right here, just after midnight, the low was 20.86. And you're like, 20.86. I've heard that number before. Where did I hear that? Where did I hear 20.86? And you're like, and you're wondering, what does 20.86 come from? And well, I can tell you, 20.86 is the 0.236 line on Kriss's fib chart right here, the fib chart. You know how much I love fibs, right? Not, but kind of interesting that the 0.236 fib line just happens to be 20.86. And that's what Doge hit. We were saying Doge was going to do a dip, right? In September. So September 1st, we've got the dip. I know, Ryan, right? No, Kriss doesn't believe in the fibs. But it gave a good, it gave me something to go with, right? It gave me something to go with. So that's what we had. We had the dump, then we had the pump, took out the longs, took out the shorts, and then proceeded to trade down. What did Bitcoin do? Same. Dump, pump, and then a dump right there. That dump was right when World Liberty Finance was just getting ready to trade. But Bitcoin has been holding up a little better than Doge. And we have ETH as well. Well, no, ETH went down like Doge did. So Bitcoin is the winner today. Bitcoin is the winner. Litecoin a little bit. Litecoin didn't go down as much. But yeah, all eyes on World Liberty Finance. So here's what World Liberty Finance did today, folks. Started trading and rocketed up all the way up to $1. In fact, it went up to like $1.02. because, right, there were no sell orders. There was no shorters yet, right? There was no liquidity yet, right? And it was before everybody who got airdropped or bought or like pre-sale World Liberty Finance tokens before they could get them transferred onto the exchanges. So what happened? People were dumping on or pumping on the start, right? They were buying, and the price went all the way from 30 cents at launch all the way up to $1, and then came crashing all the way back down. And then from there, World Liberty Finance has just gone down and down and down and has been totally bleeding out because you had a whole bunch of people who had pre-sale tokens, airdrop tokens, that were moving them onto the exchanges so they could sell and cash out. Because this is, it's a little different than the Trump token. The Trump token had a lot more enthusiasm behind buying it. This thing, I didn't get the enthusiasm. It just wasn't there. There were traders that were trying to trade this thing, trying to catch the dip, and they would buy it, right? And then it would start to come up a little, and then more people would sell. So there's a lot of bag holders. There's a lot of bag holders on this thing already. And it's just like, what are you doing? And not only that, but you also had people shorting it and people longing it. Some of the shorts got wiped out at the beginning. So if I go to the 5-minute chart, you'll see, because I was watching this while it was happening. It was kind of fascinating, actually. So here's the 5-minute chart. What happened, right? World Liberty Finance comes up, comes all the way back down. It dipped all the way down to about 30 cents. And then it got pumped all the way up to about 60 cents. And that took out like $5 million of shorts. Because what happened when this was coming down, people were then opening up new short positions, and then down it went. So we immediately got this huge $5 million of shorts. And since then, there has been $10 million of long leverage because the traders kept thinking, well, okay, that's the bottom. I'm going to put a long leverage trade on this, right? Because it's going to go up from here, right? And it's going to turn around. And what does it do? It dumps further, takes out, liquidates those long traders. So not a good day. Not a good day to be longing or shorting. Now, those who opened short trades on this thing after it had that initial dump, they're winning. Like if you opened a short trade when it was like between 35 and 40 cents, you're golden. You're making money on this thing. And there's probably some people who did that. But the volume on this thing remains very high. So it still has the attention of traders. The exchanges love it, right? Because they're making money on fees. And that's what this thing's doing today. So, yeah, that's what this thing's doing today. But it is bleeding out now down to 21 cents. The 33-cent line was where the Trump team thought that the price of this thing should be, was 33 cents. I don't think it's going to see 33 cents again. I just don't think. So that was where all the attention was on World Liberty Finance. So what's going on overall? Look, World Liberty Finance, is it going to do something like this and go back up? I say no. It's just not going to do it. It's just not going to do it. Altcoin Sherpa bought some of this at 30 cents. And he thought it was going to go up from there. Now that it's down at 21, 22 cents, he's posting these things, right? To try and protect his bags, right? That he bought at 30 cents because he posted it. He bought it at 30 cents. And he wants so bad this thing to go back up, and it's not going to happen. it is going to be just like the stupid Trump token. Just like the stupid Trump token. So, hey, but he's trying, right? He's trying. So what's going on overall? Well, Crypto Rover has the old bear trap again, right? This is another one of these. We've had this bear trap chart posted again and again and again. Every time there's a big dip, it's like, oh, another bear trap. So we've had like 5 bear traps now in this cycle. There's not just one bear trap. It's like 5 of them. And now we got another one. Bear trap. Because we're all thinking, we haven't had the big FOMO yet. That hasn't happened yet, right? So we got another bear trap. What do you do on bear traps? You buy in the dips. Right? That's all. Bitcoin Census says, look, if we look at Bitcoin in the 2017 pump, in the fall of 2017, this is what Bitcoin did. That's the black line. The red line is Bitcoin in 2025. So there's a lot of mirroring going on between Bitcoin's 2017 cycle and Bitcoin's 2025 cycle. And if this is an indicator, right? Here we are coming into September now. The second half of September, Bitcoin's going up. We are mirroring 2017. So, yep, there's the September dip, as predicted. As predicted, my friends. Cheers, everyone, on a Labor Day. Yes, I am taking part in keeping my throat from getting dry on this Labor Day. I hope you're all doing fine. So that's kind of an interesting chart, right, of this overlay here. If that plays out, we could see Bitcoin to $200,000. So we will see, right? Okay, so we dip. Now we go up. Exactly, Ron. You're getting ahead of me, right? Now, in 2017, Bitcoin had this crazy dip that happened, this big, huge dip. That's the one that's going to scare everybody off. If that happens, right? If that one happens, that's going to be like, look out. Or maybe this is just the slow and steady, this cycle. And there are people freaked out. There are people saying Bitcoin has already topped and is going down. I get it, but we haven't had the fall yet. We got to see what happens. I'm not selling. I'm not selling. And then we have the CZ chart that we showed. Again, CZ has talked about buying the dips 3 times this cycle. And each time that he posted buy the dip, price went up. In April, in June, and now here we are, the end of August, into September. CZ comes again with his post about buying the dip, not selling the dip, right? And here we go. So the CZ indicator has happened again. What else we got? Bitcoin dominance versus Altseason. Bitcoin dominance up a little bit today, but again, when you zoom out and you look at the big picture, it's still overall heading in a downward pattern with ETH versus Bitcoin still heading upwards as we approach altcoin season. So this is what I mean when I say soon peak, because I think that is still coming. And Merlin's like, look, if we look at the Bitcoin chart, this is a retest. It's a retest like we've had again and again and again. So this is another one, another retest. The formula is the same every time. Reject, break, retest, and then skyrocket. This has been the pattern this cycle. So why not? Why not go higher? Everything is showing up, 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 up. Let's continue. We talked yesterday about my monthly September price prediction for Dogecoin, and it's a video on my channel. And I went in detail, Bitcoin, ETH, and Dogecoin for September. And one of the things that I had noticed that now Merlin's noticing is, look, in 2021, again, 4-year cycles, August was green, September red. 2017, August was green, September red. 2013, August was green, September red. I said that in my video yesterday. Maybe he watched me and he's stealing my stuff. I don't know. But I did say this yesterday. The question is, because we had a red August, might we have a green September? And it flips. This cycle would be different. Do we have that happening? Interesting. We will be watching that. And then we've got our friend Trader Alan Wright doing his Dogecoin thing. He's looking at shapes of these kind of bar candle-like things. I don't get it. I don't know what he's talking about here. I don't know if any of you saw this, but I'm just like, an inside bar? What? I don't get it. But he did another one, zoomed out on the 4-hour. And of course, he likes to go back to the big runs we've had before. This one was July's. And he's kind of looking at a repeat on the, looks like the MACD here. He looks like the setup is repeating itself from where it dipped before, back in June, before the big July run. So this could be setting itself up for that same kind of move. And finally, we have this one, which of course goes back to last November's big run, which of course was on the backs of Trump winning the presidency and Elon and the whole Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, all of that excitement. And of course, Dogecoin outperformed Bitcoin, a 4x. So Dogecoin can do that, but it needs a catalyst, and it needs something like that for Doge to go on an explosion like that again. But we will be watching it. Again, we were talking back in June. If you remember, back in June, and you can check it out on my videos and live streams, I said on June, that was the time that if you wanted Bitcoin, don't buy Bitcoin. Buy Dogecoin. And then when Dogecoin versus Bitcoin goes on a big pump, then you can convert it over to Bitcoin, and you might end up with twice as much Bitcoin as you would have had if you had bought it in June. And so far, that was the bottom. That was the absolute bottom of the Doge BTC trading pair, and it's gone up since then. So we are now in this ascending triangle, and is this huge breakout, Doge versus Bitcoin, coming? That's what we're watching. So that's what we have to start with. Look, World Liberty Finance is bleeding out. I hope none of you guys bought this thing. I hope you listened to me when we talked about this, right? We talked about this on Saturday. We were just like, I don't know, man. I'm not touching this thing. I am not touching this thing. And it is a loser. It's just a big loser. So I hope none of you guys bought this thing, because you're a bag holder now. And I was already a bag holder on the Trump token. I learned on that one, and I didn't even buy it right away. I kind of waited a few days. Right. And Nick, you're right. It can still drop a lot more than this. It can still drop a lot more. I'm not buying this at 21 cents. No way. No way. I learned from the stupid Trump token. The bottom isn't in. The bottom can keep going down and down and down and down and down. Yeah, peak is another one. Exactly. Now, there was an opportunity that I could have sold peak, in that first week and made a profit, and I didn't. But there we go. Galvin, we're talking about launches, new ICOs right now. Don't be a turd head. Come on, dude. Don't be a turd head. We're talking about ICOs and new launches of coins right now. And you put that up? God. Don't be a turd head, dude. It's getting tiring. It's getting very tiring. But we're talking about new launches and ICOs right now. Not talking about Dogecoin. Dude. God. Anywho. Where was I? Bitcoin. Bitcoin's actually showing some strength from earlier. And go back to my 15-minute chart here. Bitcoin had bottomed just past midnight at about 107.2, 107.3, and is going up since then. So that doesn't look like bear market to me. So, yeah, I sold my Trump tokens, Linda. I sold them. I took the L, right? I took the L on the Trump tokens. And what did I do with it? I put it into pump.fun. Pump.fun. Let's go. And Pengu. Let's go. Pengu. That's what I did. Because those two are a lot more fun than the stupid Trump token. But yeah, that's what I did. I sold the Trump tokens, took the L, and the Trump token is just ridiculous, right? It started to pump a little bit today, and I was just like, really? And then it dumped. But it was pumping into the World Liberty Finance launch. Look at that. It was up over $9, and then it dumped. And I'm just like, I'm so glad I sold this shit. Just, what garbage. What absolute garbage. So yeah, I'm not in this anymore. No collectibles for me. And look at it. It's just selling off. So yeah, that's what we got. Yeah, he's not going to make it, Sunshine. He's not going to make it. Maramello, you checked your assets. Doge, doing pretty well. Not a green day. Yep. Weekday today, Maxim. Weekday. Bitcoin holding up well and a few others. But yeah. Calvin made $2 million on Trump coin. If you made $2 million on Trump coin, you wouldn't be here. Just idiot. God. No, didn't buy World of Liberty. Have enough on my plate with BTOG. Going with BTOG. All right. The move was the pre-sale. Yep. And I don't do pre-sales of anything. So, but I know when not to buy something. And that was a definite no. No. Got that right. Huge green September month, Duchess. Yes, that's what we're going to have. Hey, Mark, how are you? I'm doing good. Hanging out on a Labor Day. What's up? What is up? You were glad to sell the Sheeb? Me too. Sold my Sheeb in January. I still have a little bit left in my DCA portfolio. Doge doing well. Penguin Bonk. No, not a good day for Penguin Bonk today. Yeah, Bonker. But yeah, just wait it out. Wait it out. Mark, the crypto market is making you drink. Yeah. I know, right, T? Maybe the news will be good on Thursday. Oh, this is the PPE. Some other inflation index or something. Yep, Ryan, I'm still here. I'm still here. Because I got all you guys to worry about. Bonk will have its day. Yes, indeed. You're an idiot, Galvin. You're just an idiot. Did you miss the Doge dip? Yep, 2086. That's the number I called. It hit it. The mom Tazes. Like that. The bonk day is coming. Yep, 2 days. We will have that. The Modelo's looking good. I know, Mitchell, right? Cheers. Yep. Cheers on a Labor Day. I was working today, so I mean, not job working. I was working around the house, working around the yard, just doing little things like that. A little bit scared today, Ardos? Nope, just a little weakness in the market. We knew that was going to happen. We called it on Saturday. On Saturday, we were just like, yeah, Monday's not going to look good. World Liberty Finance launching Labor Day, right? So we don't have the institutions and the banks, the governments and all that. They're all taking the holiday here in the US. So, and sure enough, that's what we got. So yeah, we called it on Saturday. Lord Cowan. God. Lord Cowan, right? Bitcoin dominance goes up 0.5% and it's starting to run. All right, buddy. Yes, I worry about you guys. Right. I do worry about you guys. Happy Labor Day. Yep, idiot that lies. Idiot that lies. But that's okay. Because you know deep inside what you're saying is not true. So you know deep inside you're making it up. And you know deep inside that you could have made money and you didn't. Right? Because you know deep inside, right, that you could have done better and you didn't. So yeah, I know what's going on. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, cheers. If I win $1 million on Dogecoin, I will run through Walmart in my Speedo. Well, you wouldn't be winning, right? All right. You are now banned. Goodbye. That got rid of him. He just couldn't help himself. The guy just couldn't help himself. The boot. Yeah, he's already gone. He's already gone. The boot. He just couldn't help himself, making it permanent or making it personal. And it's like, as soon as you do that, see ya. See ya. Happy birthday to all the moms. Happy birthday to all the dads, or happy Labor Day, I should say. Yeah, we talked about it on Saturday, and then again yesterday, I did say danger. Yes, I did say danger. And look where it hit, 20.86, the exact price I called out. It hit. You sold World Liberty, 10% loss, just took the L. Yeah, it's just bleeding out. That thing is just, it might fake you out a little bit, and you might be like, hey, maybe this thing's going to start going up again, right? Right? Because people are buying it, and then it jumps lower. Trump token did the same exact thing. It had these little bitty pumps, right, to get people thinking, oh, it's going to go up. And then it just dumps lower. And it did that again and again and again and again. From $30, right, to $25 to $20 to $15 to $10. Remember that? Remember that on Trump token? This is doing it, but just all in one day. It's not waiting like Trump token did. It's just doing it all in one day. Ain't touching that. Ain't touching that. So yeah, good that you got out of it when you did and just took the 10% loss, because it's just going to get worse. And the pinger goes off. We got the pinger in ETH. $215,000 ETH. Leveraged long. That's a new one. God. Traders are just holding and buying, trusting your decision. All right, William, good luck. Yeah, Linda, I do care about you guys. I care about you guys. Peak soon. Yes, from my hat. Exactly, energy. Exactly. The boot. Hello, how are you? He had a lot of world liberty, and it was just like, not gonna make it. Exactly, not gonna make it. You know, Nick, I give people a chance, right? If they're gonna be negative, because I just want to I don't want to kick anybody out who has a different view than mine, right? I don't want this channel to be that. So, like, Khan is still around, right? But he keeps it civil, right? But he has a differing view than me. But he doesn't take it personal, and he's not a big jerk. So that's okay. He can post his view here. I don't mind having the discussion. Lil Subi, been watching for a year, and this is your first comment. Still down, but holding strong. Awesome. Glad you're here. Glad you are here. And that's what kills the momentum in the market. Exactly. I mean, did you see what happened when there weren't shorters and manipulators on World Liberty? It just pumped, and it went all the way to $1. But as soon as you have all the manipulation going on, that's what's going to make Dogecoin so hard to go up, because of that manipulation. That's why you need to have retail traders en masse just coming in and buying, like we saw in 2021, to overcome the market makers. Thank you. Some people, how do they get banned from the best channel on YouTube? I know, right? Silly people thinking they'll be the next 24-hour millionaire. I know, right? Physical silver, Klondike. Well, good luck with the silver. Yeah, Lark said not to touch it too. Yep. So did I. My wife said, of course you care or you wouldn't be giving us this information. I want everybody to win, right? And not do stupid things. Try and keep it real. Try and keep it real. Not a troll, just love to hold the coins. What's up, Orbit? Chadwick, I know. You have different view than I do, but, you know, and I get it. There are many who believe Bitcoin is king. I get it. But from now to November, Dogecoin is going to outperform Bitcoin. And it's been doing it since June when I called that. I called it in June, Bitcoin or Dogecoin outperforming Bitcoin through the rest of this bull cycle. That's all. Constructive discussion is good. Being a troll is weird, adds no value. Exactly. You trust in Doge? Ryan, you saw the September video. Thank you. So when do you expect the peak for the cycle? You have to watch the video right before that one then, which is my 2-year outlook video. So you watch that video and that will answer your question. I put it all out there. And there's no doubt, without Bitcoin, we wouldn't be here. Yes, but what we're talking about now, though, right, is maximizing profits, right, and having fun at the same time. And you can do that with Dogecoin. Duchess, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bitcoin is now being molested. Yes. The banks, they're getting their grubby little paws in, right? The institutions, right? They're getting their grubby little paws into crypto, starting with Bitcoin. Right? Marmello? Your first super chat? Well, thank you, Duchess. Thank you so much. Could Ben be wrong? Ben has been wrong before, and he admits it. He admits it. I mean, you're not going to bat 1,000, right? 100%. Absolutely not. But he has a conviction on Bitcoin outperforming the alts from like mid-September into October. And I disagree with that. That's all. But yeah, he thinks Bitcoin dominance is going up September, October. And I'm like, I know, but Chadwick, see, I've shown again and again on the Doge charts how Dogecoin trades. And it goes vertical in short periods of time. Master Singer, Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu was just a money grab. It was just a money grab. After that first big run, everything since then has just been a money grab. All the way through the bear and now through the bull. Dogecoin has consistently been outperforming SHIB because more and more people are figuring it out every day. And they're getting out of SHIB and buying like XRP, right? They're all going into XRP from SHIB. And SHIB is just dying out, slowly dying out is what's happening with SHIB. Nothing real there. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Dogecoin is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Thank you, Duchess. Thank you, Jorge. Working all day, got 2 little ones with strep. Ah, man, I remember those days when I had 2 little ones that would get sick. I remember those days. Glad I'm past them. Ben was bearish at 15K, all the way to 40K. That's right. Remember, he was sitting in cash. That's right, Cullen. I remember. Ben was sitting in cash, and he wasn't convinced that that first move was real, and he missed out on that. I do remember that. He was all in cash. Totally missed that. Where I had put everything into crypto then. Ah, William, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Well, we'll see, Chadwick. Just like Cullinan just said, he was wrong 2023. He was totally wrong about Bitcoin in 2023. And I was making money in 2023. And he was sitting in cash. Kryptonite, is it just simply unrealistic to expect Doge to ever pass $1? It could be. I've been saying this all along. It's going to be really hard for Dogecoin to even reach $1. The kind of momentum and FOMO it would have to have, which we saw in 2021. That was a magic time. The hype was real. I don't know if we're going to get it to that level again for some time. Yeah, Dogecoin slowly starting to move away from other memes. Right now, everything is showing weakness right now. Everything's dead. Look at ETH. Look at that big red candle. An EU, an EFT in Europe with VeChain. I just don't know the EU just supports crypto enough for that to be a big deal. Not in the EU. So, time to buy on the dips. Yep, here we go. 2088, 2087. Here we go with Doge. We be dipping. We are dipping. We will see who will win. We will see. Oh, this is a bad red candle. But even Bitcoin, look at Bitcoin's big red candle. So the whole market is going down at the moment. They are dumping it. Yeah, Nick, you're right. The right kind of news could send Doge sky high. You can't predict it. And that's the thing about Doge too. You don't know when something like that is going to happen. You don't know. So that's where patience comes in. And do you have the conviction? MyDoge. Ooh, 2070. 2070. This is a big dump across the crypto market right now. Cowan has ETH going to 3,500. Yeah, that's not going to happen either. Not going to happen either. Bitcoin could hit the bull market support band, but that's only 105 and Bitcoin's at 108 now. So that's not that far. And he's not calling for Bitcoin to go into the 90s. So definitely ETH's not going to 3,500. Massive turd. I know, right? Bye, bye, bye. Got the pinger just going, going, going. Look at all these. Look at all the leverage just getting swept out right now. What did we get? Link, SWI, Pith, Bitcoin, ADA, ETH, Pepe. Then there's some huge Bitcoins. $1.5 million in one trade. Tron, Solana, ETH, Litecoin, XRP, Peanut. Somebody had a $150,000 trade on Peanut, leveraged long, gone. Pump. God, these gamblers, what are they doing? Aave, Uniswap, there's Doge, $218,000 Doge leveraged long, liquidated. Oh, here's one for $419 on Doge. Market makers are sniping. They're absolutely sniping right now. Ouch. Yeah, you're just missing the market makers taking out a bunch of leverage. You know, in the end, TV, in the end, we're all going to win. That's the thing. We're all going to win. The difference between what Ben's saying and I'm saying is pretty small. In the end, we all win. That's what I think. Going to grab one of those dips. It's below my line. Mark thinks Bitcoin's going to drop to 100K so the whales can buy in at a better price. Yep, leverage a wiped ping, ping, ping. 3 limit orders hit already on that dip. The exchanges would like to thank all the leverage traders for their generous donations. Isn't that the truth? That is good. I like that. Dips. 17 cents is just, that would just be a huge dump. And I don't think Doge has that in it. Not right now. I asked Grok if X and Tesla would incorporate Doge. And part of its response mentioned me. Hey, Grok knows who I am. Awesome. Grok knows who I am. Because I've been talking about Tesla and Dogecoin. As long as Grok doesn't find out that I totally ghosted Annie again, and in fact, kind of deleted her. So there's no more Annie. And Annie is kind of Grok. As long as Grok doesn't figure that out, I'm okay. 30,000 new Doge, Wiley. Did a little swing trade on Doge, added 1,000 more coins. You win if you don't sell in the red. It's an easy philosophy, right? You don't sell on the red candles. You buy on the red candles. You sell on the green candles. Yeah, you got to wait for the big red candle hint, though. You got to wait for that big red candle to come. And everyone victory, the best scenario. You got it. I've already paid myself enough for 2025. Uncle Sam's going to love me. Well, Uncle Sam loves me too. Big time. I have my next tax payment in 2 weeks. I'm like, oh. Next tax payment in 2 weeks. I do have a little bit more KrissPax news, though. Yes, KrissPax news. Because who doesn't like KrissPax news, right? Grok not only, right, mentions me, but I got to mention somewhere else too. And that is in the ElphaPex Dogeist newsletter. So this is a monthly newsletter that ElphaPex is putting out. If you don't know who ElphaPex is, they make miners. Yes, miners. If you want to mine Dogecoin and Litecoin, ElphaPex. And so they're talking about, what happened in the month of August in their newsletter. A lot about their new DG2 Plus that's going to be coming out. However, if you scroll down here, you see that KrissPax is mentioned right here. Yes, KrissPax. Because I had a video on Dogecoin mining and highlighted the DG Home 1 miner. The DG Home 1 miner. And how it's on sale, $670 off, plus you get an additional $200 if you use my link. And I do have that in the link below as well here. But they have highlighted me in their monthly newsletter because I did a video on it. So that was nice. That was nice of them. It's like, okay, KrissPax, shout it out. So if we go to ElphaPex.com, let's go to ElphaPex.com, which I have a link below, but you can see right here, it's a limited time. It's only a few more days for this. And this is a mining rig here. I'll just click on it. This is a mining rig here that uses normal power at home and is kind of quiet because it doesn't have these big ass fans in it. It's actually liquid cooled. Blows out some warm air. It does do that. But I'm going to be getting one of these. But because I was talking to the ElphaPex guys about it, they offered me an opportunity to get a small little bit of affiliate income if people bought using my code, but that code would allow you to get an additional $200 off the price. So for the next few days, if you order one of these, you can get it for $900, not $1,100, which is the price they have on their website. When you're checking out, you just use the code that I have down in the description below, and you can get one of these if you're interested in mining some Dogecoin and Litecoin because they're merge mined. It's a script ASIC miner. It's an ASIC miner. This isn't a GPU miner. It's an ASIC miner. Obviously, it doesn't have the power of like an Antminer L9, right? Or the DG2 Plus that's going to be coming out, but you can't use those in your home. They're way too loud. You have to have special power, to run those things. Those are the kinds of things that you have sitting in a warehouse somewhere. You're paying some company to host it for you, right? So I just wanted to mine at home. And this is the one that I found that looks like the best, is this. So anyway, I was mentioned in their monthly newsletter. So that was cool. That was cool. Breaking KrissPax news. Exactly. I quarterly pay. Yes. Yeah. I quarterly pay because my accountant has me set up with pre-tax quarterly because of my side businesses. And so I've been doing that for like 10 years now. I've been doing these quarterly prepay. So, and yes, you have to estimate your tax payments, give them the money, and then at the end of the year, by February, when you actually do your real taxes, you find out how close you got. How close do you got? Yeah, we're waiting to hear from DW. He said he got it plugged in and he posted on the YouTube community that it was working. So now we're waiting to hear the follow-up. Well, Cullinan, I mean, there is that, right? He missed the beginning of the bull. He missed it 2023. Totally missed it. Where I was buying big time, which then, of course, led to this house I'm sitting in. The number of Doge it mines can vary. And Linda, I don't know the number because I don't have mine yet. I don't know yet. You got the 20.7 on Robinhood. Wow. You caught it at just the right time. I'm surprised because the lowest it shows here on Binance is 20.67. And like, there's no way that you would get 20.7 on Robinhood. They would charge you like 20.8 for that. So yeah, I'm surprised Robinhood gave it to you for 20.7. To get 20.7 on Robinhood, the price would actually have to hit like 20.55 or something to get 20.7. They already know what you owe, but they make everyone waste so much time and energy. I know, right? Oh, yeah. And then you go to jail if you get it wrong. Crazy, huh? Yeah, I have multiple revenue sources. Yeah. Side businesses. I have my teaching products and then I have my digital products. And my YouTube channel is now part of my second company, of which that started with domain names and websites. Because that's what I was doing 7 years ago. I was all into domain names and websites. I should have just been buying crypto, but I wasn't thinking that at the time. But I was making money doing that. Just not loads of money like I would have if I was buying crypto in the bear market of 2018. Oh, well, that's how it goes. That is how it goes. It looks like we're turning around. That was the big dip right there, that big red candle. That was it. Bitcoin didn't even reach 108. 108.3 was as low as it got. And back up. Just enough to freak everybody out. But for those that were waiting, right? Waiting to buy on the dip, that was it. That was it. Yeah, the mining crypto will be part of my digital product business. Will be mining. So, of course, all my expenses, right, will be expenses for my business. And I can even calculate the power, on my electric bill. I should probably get a meter, right? And I should just meter it separately. So I know what the power draw is on the miner versus, so that I can then look at my bill and I can figure out how much went to the miner and how much went for the house, because that's also a business expense. Got to play the game, right? Got to play the game. Bitcoin at 1068. Doesn't always hit them. Doesn't always hit them. But there it is. This is showing 1065, $49 million. So that's just new. Yeah, that's just a new leverage trade. Let me zoom out a little more, right? $107, $106.5. But yeah, there's a lot of money down there. But there's a bunch of shorts up here. They can get them at 110. Big money up here. I have not bought any domain names since I got into crypto. I have not invested in any new domain names. So I did not buy any Dogecoin related stuff. I went totally into just buying crypto. We broke the trend line. I agree, Anthony. We broke the trend line. We could go lower. I don't have solar panels. The solar panel business here in Massachusetts, I mean, it is scammy as all hell. I don't trust any of them. One of my former neighbors has all these solar panels, and the company they bought them from went bankrupt. Just went bankrupt. Bye. See ya. Gone. And it was just like, yeah. So I don't know. I'm not ready to spend a lot of money on solar panels. You're thinking of starting to mine with solar, Bogdan? More leverage. Look at Bitcoin all the way back down. Look at that. Big red candle coming all the way back down. Wow. Look at the 3-month on Bitcoin. There's the 1068 line right there. $329 million. Woo! Woo! Well, that's got a target on it, doesn't it? Thanks, Manuel. Hey, CDC, how are you? Oh, yes, TB, you're right. I know. I need to ask Lord Ben or Lord Cohen. I need to get his permission. The data nerd in me has opinions on domain investors. Hey, it was a phase. I went through it. I'm done. Not doing it anymore. But if you want a good domain name, it's like domain names are going away. The whole website thing is going away eventually. So Nah, there you go. Sum is best. You got 21. Yeah. I knew Robinhood was like not going to give you 20.7. The Chinese control the solar market. I know. Well, they can make solar panels so much cheaper than we make them here. Lots of companies went down in Honolulu too. I know. That business is just, ugh. So I don't trust any of them. I don't trust any of them. Fasten your seatbelts. Exactly. First week of September, always volatile. It should go back up, clear sailing, but it won't, Mark. But it won't. Send a photo. Let's see. Let's see what we got. For those that want to see the photo, just within the YouTube app, go to the KrissPax channel on your app and click the button that says Visit Community. You click that button, you press Newest. There's Wiley. A 2-pack for $18.99. Yeah. I only need one, but I get it. That's what I want to get. Exactly. I want to get one of those meters. It's just a power meter you plug into, and it records your power use. That's exactly what I want to get. Exactly. Oh, Ryan, I'm just now seeing your noodles from last night. If you're here. I'm just seeing it now. Yeah, and DW had his Doge miner up and running from 2 days ago. We need an update, though. How much Doge he's getting out of it. It wasn't me. Dogecoin. Buy a domain and get a free AOL trial. Man, those America Online discs that used to come in the mail. Can you imagine? They used to send discs out in the mail. Rolling Rob, 25,000 new Dogecoins. Very nice. Yeah, I don't know if we're done yet, guys. This is like, it's looking very iffy here. So this is where we were on Monday the 25th. It's exactly where we were. So we're almost looking at a triple bottom here. Right? Triple bottom. I'm just going to get rid of these. Don't need that stuff. That's what it's looking like. A big triple bottom right at this level. We broke the upward sloping support line. So now, do we break lower than where we were last Monday on the 25th and where we were the Wednesday before on the 20th? Because this is the same level for Doge. Big support right here. Big support. Where's the Elon? I did get Columbia House CDs. I did. As soon as they started offering CDs and I was replacing my record collection with CDs, I joined Columbia House to get CDs. I did do that. Happy Labor Day, Stickman. How are you? The AOL coasters. Ah, yeah. Not as big a drop as you expected so far. We're not out of the woods yet there, RR. And some magnets. 19.5, you still think we're going to drop into the 19s again? They're going to send it down far enough for people to think the cycle is over. I mean, if Bitcoin goes to 1068, right, to take out that liquidity, $300-400 million there. Oh, yep. Doge will be in the teens then. September is starting off rough, as Kriss predicted, right? As Kriss predicted. Now, when it comes to Napster, Wiley, I must say, I can neither confirm nor deny. I can neither confirm nor deny some MP3 files that may have shown up on my computer. Can neither confirm nor deny. Oh. You think we'll bounce around 19 cents? I know, right? What did I say? Doge. Well, see, it's a good thing that I don't like Metallica. Never downloaded a Metallica song. I can say that with 100% certainty. So, but I never got sued. Well, when Napster went down, you had to go somewhere, right? You had to go somewhere. Hey, Aussie, not selling. I'm not selling. The only thing they have left is to make Trump look bad for crypto. Yeah, what is World Liberty doing now after all of that, right? Well, it's actually up to 22. But it's like still it'll totally fake you out. It's going to come up a little and then it's going to dump into the 19s. Before you know it. It's going to be cheaper than Dogecoin. Cheaper than Doge. I'm not trusting that. If it hits 18 cents, a lot of people are going to be buying the dip. You know, there are ways to get free music now, right? It's still there. There are ways to do it. There are ways to do it. Free music. You just got to know what to do. You just got to know what to do. I may have been rounding out my music collection in some manner. Some artists, though, I mean, this is all stuff that I paid for before in previous incarnations of music, right? So it's not like I'm ripping off the art. I already paid them. I had a huge record collection. I owned all these albums. I paid for those. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I will never do Spotify. But a lot of people love it. And I'm like, great, you just pay your monthly fee and you get access to all that music. Awesome. I like to own my music, just like I like to own my Dogecoin. There will always be a way to get free music. Exactly. I got a system that works for me. No one should be selling until October 26th at 7:41 p.m. Right? What are you doing? But the dips right now, those are the gifts. Indeed. Yes, there are ways. That's all I can say. Don't want to mess up my way. And I also have an MP3 editor that I use so that I can adjust the volumes, because sometimes the stuff you get, the volume's too low or the volume's too high. So I've got an MP3 editor that allows you to change that. And then if you've got pieces of songs that you want to stitch together, it can do that. So you can do, like, if a song has parts 1 and 2 and 3, and you have them as individual files, you can make it all one file then, stitched together. That's awesome. So I do that too. PaxCat. I know, right? PaxCat is all in on PopCat, though. PopCat. What are my thoughts on Bitcoin? Well, we just looked at the heat map, right? And the heat map looks like this 1068 line has a big target on it. $329 million of leveraged long liquidation right there. 1068. So yeah, that looks a little dicey. Mostly shorts left on the World Liberty. I know, because all the longs got wiped out. Everybody was longing it as it kept dumping and dumping and dumping. Just were getting wiped out. Somebody's going to hit it right and be able to skim some kind of profit on a leverage long, but the shorts are winning that game. Bitcoin dumps to 69K so I can get in. LOL. Bitcoin may never hit 69K again. Ever. Ever, ever. Even in the bottom of the bear market, it may not hit 69. We explored that in my 2-year outlook video that I made last week. I know, that's true. Unless one of your records ends up getting a pop, a little scratch in it or something, that's annoying. I don't miss those days. I know you're supposed to take care of them, but sometimes things happen, right? And then you get a scratch, get a little pop or something. There's a little dust in there. Ugh. Well, Con, if your technical analysis says that ETH is going to 3,500, we should all just short the hell out of ETH then, right? Hey guys, everybody here, put a short on ETH. down to 3,500 because Khan's technical analysis says to do that. Okay? I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Value area high? That was supposed to be 2,500, right? And the day XRP goes to 10,000, Trump is dead. Oh, he was playing golf. He's not dead. So, Master Singer. Despite 5 billion new coins added to the supply every year, which goes to the miners, mind you, right? Going to the miners. That is less inflation that Solana has, less than Cardano, less than Algorand, okay? Less, right? And then these new ones like Hype and Sui and Say and all those, right? All the new tokens that are going to continually be minted year after year after year. That inflation is more than Dogecoins. Okay? So remember that. And then we can look at the past. And in the past, we have shown Dogecoin has outperformed Bitcoin over the last 10 years, despite Dogecoin having 5 billion new coins every year. So there's that. All right, Singer, you got it? But do your research on other tokens and what their inflation is. Right now, Doge is about 3.5, somewhere in there, and Solana is about 4.5% inflation in number of tokens. There are some that are capped, no doubt. But there are some that aren't anywhere near their cap, like XRP. XRP still has like, I don't know, 50 billion tokens to sell, right? Which is pretty much what Ripple does. So go look at that. Are you going to believe something that's posted on X, Christian? Your house burned. Oh, you lost your record collection, Mark. Ouch. Sorry about that. Oh. That's a bummer. You probably had a good collection too. The one thing that's really nice about MP3s, and I know the sound quality is not the same as a good vinyl album, but all my MP3s are all backed up. They're also all on my phone and my iPod, right? And I can take my entire music collection with me wherever I go. And so anytime I want to hear a particular song, it just takes me 2 seconds. Boop, boop, boop. There it is. So the convenience of that is pretty nice. And the sound quality, there's no pops, there's no scratches, right? And yeah, the overall tone, right, of the music isn't the same, like on the bass, right? You don't get that really deep, thunderous bass like you can get with the vinyl. I get that. But yeah. If ETH goes to 3,500, Doge would be down to 16 cents. I agree. Danny wants everyone to keep selling so he can buy at 19. ETH to 3,500, Doge in the 16s. I know, Con. Yep. This is what they want. They want you to get freaked out. I don't believe anything I read on X. I don't. Did I sell bonk? Not yet. Not yet. I'm holding. Bought my father a record player so he could listen to all his old records, and he lost the record player? You say the 25 basis, point rate cut is priced in, but still on September 17th, it's still going to pump the market, I think. But yeah, I mean, everyone's going to listen. Is it going to be hawkish or dovish, or what about the next rate cut? I get that. That game just continues, meeting after meeting after meeting. It's just, it gets old. It gets tired. I can't tell you what to do with your sheet. I have a small bit I'm waiting to sell sometime this fall, probably November, and I'm selling it and I'm done with it. But I haven't sold it yet. Most of it I sold. My big bag I sold. I still have a little bit left. But it will be. Yeah, I never got into FLAC. And I know that it's probably a better digital sound, but MP3s work for me. Yeah, Bonk not doing well. Hey, Kronos, what's up? Yeah, I don't know if DB is being serious there or not about the record player, but I guess if you move from one house to another and the record player somehow can't be found, I would say that's lost. I would agree with that. That is lost. 20.7. Bitcoin is still over 108, but it's now below where it was at 6:30 this morning. Looking weak. How much did Bonk go down? I'm afraid to look. Oh, it's breaking below 20. It just hit 19.99. Ow. Ow. And just yesterday, it was back at my buy price right there. It was just there yesterday. That can happen. Let's check on World Liberty. Still at 22 cents. It'll be below Doge. You're being serious. There was no move. My dad, who I love as much as anyone, is a bit of an idiot. Oh. You're freaking out there, Hinto? Pops and clicks. Dirt in the album ruins the sound. I've lived it. Yeah, I'm looking at November timeframe. I'm probably going to be selling at least half my Doge. We'll see. But I will keep half. Just in case there's a super cycle. Same with my Bitcoin. But I'm going to be taking profits on everything else. I'm not holding it all into 2026. Not doing it. Some people already bought on that big red candle. But it looks like we're in for another round here. Is it going to drop more? It's looking pretty weak right now. Looking pretty weak right now. Labor Day. Why do they do this on Labor Day? It's supposed to be having a nice, enjoyable, relaxing holiday here. And instead we got the pinger going off. Supposed to be an enjoyable day. ETH, $756,000 on ETH on Binance just got wiped out. Ugh. Weakness. Like I said in the title, today's weak. It is weak. Yeah, Mark, that's what we've been talking about. October, November, sell, DCA out. We'll be talking more of those selling strategies as we go along. Yep. Nick. Yeah. All in on world liberty. Woohoo! The formation that we're breaking down from looks like the same top from the end of May. Yeah. And then June just kind of, June was not good. Buying opportunity though, right? Buying opportunity. Good morning, Anthony. How are you? Yes, MGO. I did predict this. It's just one of those things. And weeks ago, when I said first week of September, right? People were like, how can you be so sure? And I'm just like, it happens. Again and again, it happens. Same plan. But the dips are gifts. And here we are. Dipping lower right now. Bitcoin's at 107.8 now. So Bitcoin is dropping lower. Now in the 107s. ETH 42.65. Look at Crow token. Oh, 26 cents. Link down to $22. So, yeah, it's the whole market, guys. But Anthony, you're supposed to do the opposite of me. So when I say it's weak, you're supposed to be like, oh, that it's going to go up, right? Opposite, Kriss. Oh. It is what it is. Still bullish for Doge. If you zoom out the weekly chart, Doge has been on the up since Liberation Day. Buy the dips, yeah. We were buying Doge at 13 cents back in April. 13-cent Doge. Still up on all of that Doge. If Doge breaks 13 cents, then we got a problem. But right now, Doge is still over 20 cents. Yes, it's a weak day today. As I said, a weak day. And the pinger's going off. A lot of Bitcoins. Caspa. Somebody had a $188,000 Caspa long. Who's doing leverage longs on Caspa? Oh my God. People just giving their money away. Fartcoin at 69 cents. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Fartcoin at 69 cents. $141,000. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're waiting on Megal. Megal's actually slowly been going up. It's now in the 140s. So we'll see tomorrow. The wall at 24 cents was a warning sign. Yeah. It did touch 25 cents on the 14th of August. But yeah. August 2nd, we were down at like 18.99. August 2nd, 18.99. That's where we are. But yeah, it looks like this triple bottom here is getting rejected. The upward sloping support line is getting rejected. Weak looking market. You go to Bitcoin, yeah. Bitcoin for the month of August was down in the red. So Dogecoin is still in the green from there, but Bitcoin doing worse. As Kriss predicted. Again, as Kriss predicted. Well, truth, that's what we're waiting for, right? That's what we're here together, commiserating together on this weekday, right? On this bearish day. Eventually, it's going to turn around. This is all by design. They want to shake people out. Yep. Jam Jest has some news on IOTA, Algorand. Price is 22, a little over 22 cents still on World Liberty. WLFI. Still holding 22. 22.7 right now. World Liberty. But you can see the cascading, right? Down, down, down. What's going to happen next? Most likely, down even lower. That's what's happening with World Liberty. Yep, Manuel is at the target, 106.8. It's 107.8 now, so it only has 1,000 to go. Only 1,000 more to go. Watching my 5,000 Doge like an eagle in the sky. By the Where's the new money going to come from? Well, I mean, this is it, right? It's still end of summer, right? October is always bullish. New money comes in every year. Every year. Yeah, Bonk is tied in somehow, and I don't know exactly how. But there was something going on between Bonk and World Liberty. But I didn't look into it in detail. All we wanted was one tweet from Trump. Well, half the people think Trump is already dead, so because they saw it on X. Yeah, kind of a bearish day today. I agree. I'm a bear today. I am a bear today. Bada ding. Being that it's down so much, it's worth putting 500 into. World Liberty Finance? That's what you mean? Good luck. I thought the same with Trump when I bought the Trump token. It was already down huge. And it just kept going lower and lower and lower. Yeah, I don't do shorting. That's just not something I do. If I was a shorting trader or a leverage trader, I would have been shorting the market today. I predicted it. World Liberty Finance crash, the most predictable crash to come. I know, right? Well, they can't. I mean, after middle of October, they can't be delayed anymore. What would drive the crypto prices down if they get rejected? But they can't delay it anymore. The 240 days will be up. That's the SEC rule. They can't delay it. And that's what we're waiting for. So, oh, the pinger is just going off and off and off. Wow. Yeah, I don't know about that Trump thing in the Rose Garden, but makes sense. Bitcoin, XRP, ETH, Atom, Floki. Somebody just lost $140,000 with Floki. Big ones on ETH, 1.6 million. Wow. Pengu, 123,000 on Pengu. ENA, Filecoin. Who's leverage trading Filecoin? God. People just love to give money away. There's some major damage being done here. 300,000 on Doge. They just got huge leverage sweep right there in the last minute. Wow. Bitcoin down to 107.5. You think 106.8 is going to happen there, Manuel? I think it's in play. I think it's in play. Yep. Just picked up more Doge at 20.5. Well, Anthony, I'm a bear for today, which means buying opportunity. Exactly. I'm just a bear for today. I'm not a bear through the rest of the cycle. I'm not like that. Just today. It's just about to say, got to get some sleep. And then the pinger started going crazy. I know, right? And now that's all you can hear in your brain. The pinger. The pinger. Doge is digging for bear spray. Where are the bears? Where are the bears? Yep. Kriss is bearish today. No doubt. That's quite the dip today. Big on ETH. Look at the wick on ETH. Almost 4,200. That's the lowest ETH has been in a while. In 2 weeks. From 2 weeks ago. Please pump soon. Yeah, as soon as they get the leverage they want. When the market makers are satisfied. 20,000 Doge, truth. Nice bag. Nice bag. Good luck. Good luck to all of us. No, this is all about the heat map. This is all about taking out this leverage, which we've talked about a lot on this channel. That's what this is. And yeah, Manuel's right. This 106.8 is right there. Big target. To get that, and then they can go higher. Leverage traders. Hi, Anissa. How are you? What does the liquidity threshold slider do? I have no idea. Changes the colors. Yeah, it looks like it just changes the colors. That's all. Changes the colors. I never even saw that before, Nick. I never saw that. There it is. Just changes the colors. We'll stick with 0.8. A red Monday. Got 32,000. Buying opportunity, 20.5 cents. What is the lowest on Bitcoin for shorts? Well, no, that would be, you'd be looking up here for the shorts. They're up here. These are longs down there. But they go all the way down. I mean, there's some long positions that have been opened up for a year or more. And they're just making money. On Bitcoin, you can zoom out on the yearly and you can see. I mean, look at these. There's like huge leveraged longs way down here at 56,000, 60,000, 70,000. I mean, they're just making tons of money, all the way up to 100K since that last dip there in June. Huge levels of leverage there. These people are making big money, all the way to 98K and below. And they just keep their positions open and they just keep making money. Hunting season, exactly. Yes, Bitcoin's going to go lower. 106.8 is our target. I'm with Manuel. 106.8. Just bought a sizable amount of Litecoin and HBAR. Not Doge, Anthony? Come on. Not Doge. Look at that. HBAR is all the way down to 21 cents now. It's almost the same price as Dogecoin. We were wondering if Doge would catch HBAR. Now it looks like HBAR is going to drop to Doge's price. So we'll see how Doge versus HBAR does going forward. Litecoin is still $107. Why are you buying Litecoin, man? Really? Litecoin? XRP, $2.72. The bottom right corner, they have a max pain chart. Max pain. I don't know what that is. Max pain. We may be getting some 1999 Doge tonight. Maybe DB. 1999. If Bitcoin goes to 106.8, Doge will be in the 19s. Shall we party? If Dogecoin drops below 20 cents, should we party? A lot of people will be buying. A lot of money for the, I know, the shorters are winning right now. The shorters are winning now, my friend. Yeah, shorters are winning now. You would hope that when the price turns around that they'll start closing their short positions and book the profit. But greed takes over and you keep thinking, oh, it's going to drop lower. It's going to drop lower. Gamblers. October is going to be great. I'm selling my Doge, holding my cash in Robinhood to buy August 2026. That's your target. Yeah, but see, Jose, here's the thing. You're going to have that in your buying power. It's just going to be sitting there. Can you really do that for like 10 months? Can you really do that? Just have it sitting there for 10 months? That's going to be the hard part. Can you wait it out? Can you wait it out? $104.8. Oops. Yeah. 104.8. Yeah, there's certainly more down there. I mean, the big nut is 106.8, and that's in sight. To get all the way down to 104.8, well, it'll take some effort. There might be more buyers there. Roller coaster. Well, eventually, instead of the roller coaster cascading down, it's going to be going up. 19.5, maybe, Anthony. It's looking likely. What do I think about world liberty? Don't buy it. It's not worth it at any price. Totally not worth it. Totally not worth it. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Coming back around on the reds. It's going to just cascade lower. Here it comes. A lot of bag holders. World Liberty Finance. A lot of bag holders. There it goes lower. I need XRP to hold a bit higher so I can convert to Doge. Well, not today, my friend. Not today. Everything's going down. But who wants, Matt? The exchanges. The exchanges and the market makers are taking out all of the leverage trades. They're the ones who want the price lower. Hover over the gear and exclaim point on the bottom right. Liquidation max pain. I have never seen this before. Short distance, long distance. The max pain on Dogecoin 20.4 at $1.4 million. Bitcoin, it's 106.5, $59 million. Well, that's in 24 hour. Let's go to the 1 month. There we go. Yeah, they don't have a 3 month though. Look at that, $6 million of Doge shorts. 20.7. That's pretty close. I never saw this button before, JJ. Thank you for showing that to me. I never saw that before. It's too bad you can't go longer, especially for Bitcoin. Wow, that's pretty fascinating. Big ones on Sol and ETH. 194. No, yeah. Down at 39.72, $194 million of ETH shorts. Wow. Yep, there's World Liberty now down to 21.8, curling down as predicted. Bag holders. Bag holders. Why do you say that? Eat or starve. Why do you say that? Don't order a DG home one. Yeah, there's a tariff, but it's not 55%. No, someone just ordered one and they paid a $200. But you get a $200 off the price if you use my code when you order it. So it ends up being a wash. Yep, 19-cent Doge coming. We'll see there, DB. Fear and greed going down. Yep, there's a lot of negativity. It's the end of the summer. This happens every year. Same thing happened last year. We were in the same exact position last year. I could probably go look at one of my live streams from a year ago. First week of September, and it'll be the same. Fear and greed, everyone's a bear, like all of that going on. And then look what happened. And Doge was 9 and 10 cents then at the time. So what's going to happen with the tariff court battle? It's going to go to the Supreme Court. It'll just go to the Supreme Court. And they will be the ones who decide whether it is the executive branch that can do this kind of thing or not. There are many who believe only Congress can do it. I leave it up to the Supreme Court to figure out. Maybe a little swing trading. Yeah, but swing trading as the markets are bearish is hard. It's hard. Exactly. Park your money somewhere. That's what we're talking about. Like I'll have it sitting on Robinhood. Robinhood Gold, I get 4%. I'll take that. Of course, as the markets are going down, Robinhood won't keep it at 4%. They're going to drop it 3.5 and then 3 and 2.5. You'll see that happen. By next summer, you won't be getting 4%. You bought some Solana and Bonk. Well, Bonk hit 19. BTC will stop dumping when the market makers think that they've got enough pain, and they're not there yet. They're not there yet. I bought 400 Doge. That will put a stop to the market makers. Oh, thank you, RR. Hey, everybody. RR solved it. Solved it all. Somebody just told me exactly what they paid. And it wasn't 50%. So, I mean, you can go all the way to placing your order, but you'll see what all the costs are right there before you place your order. So, Maramello. Well, somebody just got it without the 700, and please don't do all caps. That is not good. Turn off your all caps button, please. Ricky, I don't know what you're asking. Who wants to buy anything at a higher price? Nobody wants to buy at a higher price. How do bears earn money? Shorting. They short the market. And there are some who are perma bears that are permanently shorting the market. I don't know what's going on in China. Is crypto still banned? I think that the regular population does not have access to any exchanges where they can buy crypto. But businesses and governments do. That's my understanding. Oh, some of my streams from a year ago. Recession fears and market dump. Rate cuts. What rate cuts? Oh, yeah. See? Thanks for looking that up. Yep. We were in the same place. It's just a year later. It's a year later. Same thing. Rinse and repeat. I should just go and use all of my thumbnails and titles from last year and just do the same ones, right? Here we go again. Another round. Same thing. And you go 2 years ago, it's probably the same as well. 2 years ago, when we were buying Dogecoin for 5.8 cents, 5.9 cents. 2 years ago, we were buying Dogecoin for under 6 cents. Every summer, same thing happens. And then we go into the fall. I don't know. It just happens. I know, right? That 400 Doge makes a big difference, Anthony. Come on. Big difference. You think 105.7? Well, let's see if we hit 106.8 first. Right now we're at 107.7. September, watch out. Yeah, I know, right? Wasn't that great? The tippy top of Bitcoin. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to buy the top. And I was going to be the person who did it. And I won. And I won. How much am I down now on that Bitcoin, by the way? How much am I down? I bought for $10. I now have $8.62. I've lost $1.38 DB, down 13.8%. My average cost is $125,093. The tippy top. I win. Absolutely. For those that don't believe me, there it is. Look at the average cost right there. $125,093. Nobody else can say that but me. I've got that right there. $125,000 average cost on Bitcoin. It's awesome. I win. BTC, no matter what the amount, is a smart investment. Not only just for the kids and the grandkids, for everybody. Everybody. Do I agree with Trump putting pressure on the Fed to lower interest rates? I agree on Trump having the conversation, but I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the pressure. I don't mind the conversation, though, about the economy and how the Fed is not using just the data, but they're going on fear of future inflation from tariffs. And that's not right. And Trump is correct on that. So I don't mind the conversation. I just don't like the style and the way he does it. Is the rate cut still 85%? I think so. I think it's still higher. I think it's still like 89. That's the last I saw. Last I saw was 89. 15 more days. Yep, still 89. 89. Oh, it was so worth it, DB. The entertainment value alone out of that, right? You bet by the end of the year I'm in profit. Now you're talking. But then somebody will buy it higher than me. I would no longer be king of the hill. Oh. I don't do any leverage trading. Good guy. No, I like to keep my coins and not be at the whim of a market maker that can wipe me out. I'm not doing leverage. No, 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 no. 25 rate cut. There's zero chance of a 50. 25. Now, if we look at October, let's see. That gets us to 400. October has a 47% chance of another 25 basis point rate cut. It also has a small 5% chance that they might raise back up. If they cut in September, there's a 5% chance they raise it back up. Interesting. And then by December, let me get that right. By December, there's a 37% chance of yet another 25 basis point rate cut. So we'll see how that plays out. Stefan, Doge, Bonk, and Pengu on the dip. Awesome. Bitcoin's actually kind of turning around here right now. It's acting like that was the dip of the afternoon. That's what it's looking like. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. That was it right there. That's what it's looking like right there. 20 and a half. If anybody got Doge at 20 and a half, that's looking like that was the dip. So according to Bloomberg, there's still a 90% chance that the Doge ETF for Grayscale will be approved. And the final date for the deadline for the SEC is October 18th. October 18th. So we'll be covering that as we get closer and closer. There's first a Litecoin one on October 2nd, I believe. And that's the one I'm going to be watching. If that Litecoin ETF gets approved on October 2nd, then it's like guaranteed Doge will be approved. So I'll be watching that. You know, if I could get yield on stable coins, well, I guess you can, right, on Coinbase. On Coinbase, you could buy USDC and you can get yield on that. Just thinking about the bear market. Yeah, Elon, I don't think he doesn't care about it. He just has so many other things going on. He doesn't talk about it. It's not like at the top of his, it's not important to him. But that is true. Without the Elon hype, like we saw in 2021, Doge could never reach its all-time high. And that is true. We've talked about that a lot. That was a crazy time back in 2021. Absolutely. Top signals. Well, I mean, one of the big ones is like when Stefan Graham and Andre Jick are making Dogecoin videos, then you know, okay, that's a top signal. The other is when you take a snapshot of your portfolio to show everybody. Maybe that's a signal to sell. That's another one. And then the third is when some family member that you haven't heard of for a long time, but knows that you're invested in Dogecoin, starts asking you about Doge. Because once they hear about Doge, then it's probably time to sell. We'll be going over a lot of those because it is kind of funny to talk about, but there is some seriousness about that as well. Like for most people, they're getting in too late, and you don't want to be that one person, the person who's hanging on too late. Dogecoin and Dogecoin Treasury have nothing to do with the Department of Government Efficiency. Nothing to do with it. What about WLFI? Sure, we've been checking in on it. Last we saw it was curling down back into the 21s. And it's still in the 21s. Still in the 21s. It has been nothing but down, 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 down today, as predicted by Kriss. Yes, Kriss predicted this. Still not buying. I would not be buying this at 21 cents. No, 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 no. You will be a bag holder. Just like altcoin Sherpa was at 30 cents. He posted on X and I was just like, dude, what are you doing? Bag holders. Bag holders. And I posted that on my X right here. I posted it. World Liberty just hit 28 cents. Hope you didn't buy this. At 28 cents, I posted this morning. WLFI just hit 28 cents. Hope you didn't buy this. There it is. And then World Liberty, now down into the 24s. Volume is increasing. Going to be a lot of bag holders. So there you go. This morning, I was keeping everybody up to date on. I was just like, don't buy this. Do not buy this trash. I think Trump would not allow cryptos to collapse under his term. I mean, he already has the reputation for ruining crypto. So, I mean, he continues to do dumb thing after dumb thing after dumb thing. And World Liberty Finance is just another dumb thing. It's a bad look. It's bad. His family could have just gotten into crypto, supported Bitcoin, right? And done a lot of things with a lot of existing companies to support cryptocurrency and its acceptance to get away from the banks. They didn't have to make their own stupid meme coin, and they didn't have to make the stupid World Liberty Finance. They didn't have to do that. And they could have supported crypto and supported its adoption and its acceptance. They could have done that. But instead, they do this crap. So, yeah. Dumb. Haven't heard from my friend that did the 30x leverage trade on World Liberty. Liquidated, wiped out. Like many other, there have been a lot in World Liberty Finance. Let's look at it. In the past 12 hours, World Liberty has had $20 million in leverage wiped out. $20 million. Wow. Greedy. Greedy they are, sunshine. Everything tanked when Trump coin was launched. Exactly. And I was actually talking, that week leading up to it, because it was inauguration week or inauguration weekend. And I was talking about profit taking before the inauguration. But then on that Friday, Trump token launched. And that was a bad weekend. Bad weekend. Yep, greedy they are. I bought the dip. My wife told me I have till the end of the year for my obsession to pan out. Well, Mr. T, we'll be taking profits. Like end of October, mid-November, somewhere in that time frame is what my target is. I should book an appointment with Trump. I'll tell you how stupid that was. Sure. I'll do that. You can be a bear, AJ, but whatever. Whatever. Everything except Solana. Solana's going to do well. People are going to buy it. They've got ETFs coming out too. Legitimate ones, not the stupid one that's already out that nobody cares about, but the ones with real companies behind them. Solana will do okay. It's just a few more months, guys. It's September now. It's now September. So we're getting to that point where we got to think about, is there a 4-year cycle or not? Is there going to be an extended cycle? Are you going to take profits or not? Do you care? Or you're so young and you're thinking 4-8 years out, you don't care right now. Maybe. More money has been made in crypto by those who have held for 10 years than those who do trading on 1-year, 2-year cycles. The ones who made the real money bought early and held and didn't worry about the ups and downs. They're the ones who made the money. If we're still early in the crypto cycle, buying Dogecoin at 20 cents, when in 8 years it might be, $2, $5, who knows, right? That's where the money's made, by buying and holding long term. Will it continue to keep going up and up and up? Maybe, but maybe not. It's still a new technology, though. It's still a new technology. All right, gang. Hey, that's what we got for today. Hey, Doge still holding 20 cents, right? Dipped a little lower than what I thought it would dip to today, but not by much. So those that bought in on the dip, congratulations for buying the dip. Could it go lower? Sure, right? There's no 100% guarantee that that was the bottom for today, but we'll see. We'll watch it. Back to the grind tomorrow. I'll be live again Tuesday afternoon. I may be starting a few minutes late. We'll see how that goes. Don't get all worried, unless, of course, I win the Powerball. Now, if I win the Powerball, yeah, that'd be something different. We'll talk about that tomorrow, though. Until then, I hope everyone has a great rest of your Labor Day, a great evening, all of that. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.